Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another Spiritualistik Pick a Card reading. Today, we're taking a look at your greatest strengths. So, please take a deep breath, drawing the energy up your spine, creating a clear and open channel. And as you exhale, allow yourself to come into clear knowing which group or groups has your message in it for you today. We have group number 1 on the left, group number 2 in the center, and group number 3 on the right. As always, the timestamps to your readings are listed below in the description box, as well as all the rest of my personal information. If you're interested in following along on any other platforms, whether they are public or exclusive content, you can also find links to personal readings, my spiritual store, and all of the projects that I've got going on. I love you and I'm grateful for you, and I'll see you over at your reading. Namaste. Hi there, Group 1. Namaste and welcome to your reading. Today we are taking a look at your biggest strengths, and you selected the first group. So let's take a look at the card that you selected. Now this is the space element. Group number 1, your biggest strength is your consciousness. You have a very awakened consciousness, but this is a lot more than just spiritual gifts and abilities. This is your ability to hold space in your consciousness. It is your connection to all that is, your connection to oneness, wholeness. This might also translate for some of you, your biggest strength being something like seeing patterns, something like naturopathy, holistic healing, seeing the body as a whole, mind, body, and spirit, seeing patterns from outside, seeing systems from outside, whether they're big or small, the microcosm or the macrocosm of the energy here. Your biggest strength is your consciousness. It is also your ability to hold space, empathy, and compassion for others as well. Some of you might be a channeler yourself. With the space element, this is showing me, well, Akash, the space element. And with this, there is also this knowing that everything is in the right place at the right time. You are always in the right place at the right time. This comes with unwavering faith, strong intuition, high levels of consciousness, and allowing the divine will to flow through you, knowing that you are a small part of a huge, huge universe, and also that you have the whole entire universe within you as well. So this is really beautiful. Let's get a little bit more into the reading. One of your biggest strengths here that I'm picking up on is that your loved ones feel very, very protected and guided around you. You bring around you in your energy field this feeling of solace and peace. So you make those around you feel very safe. You might notice that animals are very attracted to you. You might find that they feel safe in your presence. You may find that you have a lot more maybe spiritual experiences than the average person, a lot more maybe wildlife experiences than the average person. You might find that plants thrive in your presence. You might also find that the people in your life, well, when you are around, you might manifest like a lucky charm in their life. You notice that people kind of start to get their stuff together when you're around. And it's not as conscious. It is an embodiment of this consciousness energy. It is this abundance. It is this love. It is this protection energy. You help people clear their mind, clear their space, clear their aura, clear their heart, and help them to kind of find who they are, where they're going, and how. And this is just your energy field that does this. Not to mention the beauty that you actually put out into the world with your own conscious effort. So let's take a look now. We're going to take a look at the mini oracle here and see what is group number 1's biggest strength. Grow like a plant. What did I say? Plants probably thrive around you, group number 1. Also, you grow. You continue to grow and you trust the universe. Another thing that's coming through is your integrity. Group 1, your biggest strength is that you are trustworthy. I'm also getting this energy where if there's ever some hearsay about, group 1 maybe got into some stuff with some other people, it is very clear, very plain to see that if there is something untrustworthy out of integrity, some drama, it's not you. You're not in the room when those things happen. You are, in fact, always elsewhere when these things happen. So there is this energy. Again, this is a microcosm. The macrocosm of your biggest strength is your trustworthiness, because you have trust and faith in the universe. So because of this, group number 1, you are trusted with probably higher levels of responsibility in the physical, material, spiritual realms. But also, people trust you. They trust your discernment. They trust your discretion. They trust your integrity. They trust your heart. You help them grow because you grow. You are fearless when it comes to your own growth, when it comes to your own integrity, when it comes to you doing what you feel is right, when it comes to you focusing on your inner world, the cultivation of your spirit, the cultivation of your consciousness. This is your biggest strength. A factor of this is, as this card implies, your ability to reflect. Group number 1, you have a very, very deep, bountiful inner world. And as you are so in touch with yourself, you are also so in touch with the world around you. A part of this strength, the strength being your consciousness, is, yes, that you consistently grow. You self-reflect. You have a beautiful, wonderful inner world that just exudes physically. You are in integrity. You are trustworthy. You trust the divine. You see the best, the most beautiful, the most abundant in every situation. But this also reflects in the sense that you also provide this for others in your energy, in your heart, in your home, even in the hearth that is your energy. And this is why you might notice that all feel welcome around you, because you are trustworthy, you are safe. One of your biggest strengths is because this consciousness allows you to see so clearly within, it also allows you to see so clearly without. It also allows you to befriend let's say all walks of life, all realms, all energies. Because of this, you see no difference between the rich man and the poor man. You see no difference in heart, in soul, between the animal and the human, between the fae and the plants. And this is not to say that you do not honor and see the individuality and the uniqueness and the nuance. Rather, it is to say that honoring that, you provide a space that feels like home. You provide a space that makes those feel like they can come and find a friend, like they can come and feel at home, they can come and feel cared for, like a genuine family member. As the divine protects you and you have faith in this, which is one side of this coin, you also provide that same nurturing, beautiful energy to others as well. The way that you trust in the divine is the way that others trust in you. And this is not to say, as within, so without. If you play your cards correctly and you are in the right energetic alignment and you are making sure that you're passing all of the tests, then that is the way that it will reflect back to you. It's not saying this. It is saying that your biggest strength, it is your level of consciousness that you have. And so because of this, you know that you have unwavering faith, that you trust that everything happens perfectly, and that we might not always understand all of it, and that's fine. We have human thoughts and feelings and emotions about it, and that's fine. But you trust, and in that way you are trusted. You trust that if you fall, the divine will pick you back up. And, if not, you'll pick yourself back up. And if you can't pick yourself up, the divine will. And that's not to mention all of the beautiful creatures that call this planet their home, that also would have your back too. And it might not just be this. It can also be different realms, different paradigms, however it is that you hold your spiritual belief system. Okay, so we'll leave that open to everyone. But the spiritual guidance and the spiritual support, that energy that is around you, is a powerhouse, group number 1. And so some of you might see that you have a lot of very beautiful individual spirit guides on your team. A lot of you might feel as though you have a lineage of gurus behind you. Others of you might really, really feel supported and loved by those deities that you work with. And some of you might just really, really love and feel connected with that oneness, that breath, that life force energy, that prana, that chi of the universe. However, regardless of how personal or impersonal it is, no matter which face or faces it does or does not take, the support, the consciousness is the same. And in the same way that you feel this love and this magic and this support and this protection from all of those energies around you, or that great energy around you, it is also the same way that you make others feel. It is also who you are as you navigate this world, and many others for a lot of you. You continue to grow and evolve. And your biggest strength is your ability to be confident in your growth and your ability to grow. Your determination to continue to evolve. But also, on the other side of the same coin, the humbleness and the selflessness that it takes to truly step into that energy. So, your biggest strengths have a lot to do with your ability to hold space for yourself and for others, your ability to trust and see the best in the world, which know that is not a bad trait to have. We can also see here that as one of your gifts is reflection and exploration of your inner world, you also have the gift of discernment, positive discretion, to be able to tell, we'll say right from wrong, in order to keep it simple. Although things in this life are not always so simple, yet still you hold good discretion, divine discretion. This is definitely the group of energies that see beyond the norm, see beyond the illusion, but not so much so that you are not present and associated with it at the same time. You are in perfect balance of this consciousness as you're able to hold the present and all that is, as you're able to hold the spiritual and the material, as you're able to hold the duality, the transcendence of duality, and the container that holds this duality, all within your consciousness, where everything is balanced, everything has a fair, equal space in this world and in your heart and in your mind, and that is a superpower. Group number 1, your biggest strengths have a lot to do with your ability to explore your inner world and continue to challenge what it is that you find. And while you might find that sometimes the reason that you felt called to challenge something is an opportunity to grow, sometimes too, the very thing that you're challenging is exactly what needed to grow. And those are different perspectives that both require quite a bandwidth and humbleness in order to continue to grow through. So, group 1, your biggest strength is your knowing, your discernment, your self-exploration, and also the way that you hold others in your heart, in your energy, in your mind, in your life, as though all are family, all are welcome, all are equals. It's giving this energy of no matter who you are out in the world, when you come and you sit before group number 1, you sit and you share a meal, no matter what it is. All receive the same meal, the same size, the same quality, because to you, while you do not dismiss what these beings are when they go out into the world or into their world as they know it, you see others for their soul, because even in the world you see its soul. But you see them holistically, so you see them as the soul and as the individual. You do not negate or dismiss one for the other. You see the whole picture, and you treat each and every individual as such. You treat all creatures, all beings, as if they're one of the divine. And sure, you might sometimes receive some odd reactions in response. However, you know within that for you, this is a bestowing of your trust in someone. You might not know if that bear is going to befriend you back or try to bite you. However, you do trust the bear. You still have good discernment. You are not out there being a menace to the bear or enticing the bear or poking and prodding at it. Nonetheless, you do give it your trust. Same thing goes with people. Group number 1, your ability to have unwavering faith in people to show up as their best self, even when they might consistently prove you otherwise. As well as your discernment to make sure that you are in people, places, things, situations, around energies that genuinely honor and see and appreciate you as well. The energy that I'm really receiving for you here, Group 1, is that of a shepherd, or that of a monk, a guru, a beautiful, just ascended being. And so your biggest strength is the macrocosm of your consciousness. But the way that this reflects in yourself, your character, your persona in the world around you, creates a plethora of microcosms that are beautiful and wonderful and are, for lack of a better term, medicine for those who might need it, home for those who might need it, perhaps a lesson for those who might need it, although this is not your initial intention, love for those who need it. And as you know, love manifests in a million different ways. You can love someone so much that you allow them to make you the villain of their story if that's what they need in order for them to be okay. You can love someone enough to not be around anymore. You can love someone enough to stay, to leave, to grow. You can love in every manifestation of love. And that is genuinely where it all comes from. And it's also where it goes back to as well. There is this shining, beautiful purity to you. And this is not a naivety. It is, in fact, your biggest strength. Of course, group number 1, you know that you are highly intuitive. But the consciousness is bigger than this body. So the spiritual gifts, they are here, they are wonderful, but they are not your biggest strength. They might be the strength that others ooh and ah about you. They might be a strength that you have. But, group 1, you are so much more than this. And it's not to dismiss it either. It is your consciousness that allows for your exaltation in the mind, the body, the spirit, the experience. And that is your biggest strength. And the way that it manifests, all of those microcosms, the microcosms of the material world, the microcosms of the spiritual worlds, these are all symptoms. These are all small parts of the whole that you are connected to, connected with, ever loving and steadfast in. So let's pull a few tarot cards and let's see. Group number one's biggest strengths. Group number one. You are wonderful at putting plans into action. You are very inherently abundant in the true form of the word abundance, and also you continue to grow. You are very good at planting seeds in your life and in the lives of those that you love. You're very good at, let's say, propagating your plant. This is an analogy that I personally love to use. You're a master at, let's say that you are beautiful growing ivy, at propagating your ivy and showing someone how to turn it into their own. And then when the time is right, showing them how you propagated your ivy, and you make an infinite amount of beautiful little propagated plants off of that one. Your greatest strengths also involve knowledge. Knowledge of the body, knowledge of systems, knowledge of maybe science, knowledge of physical or material facets in this world. And your strengths also have a lot to do with the fact, look at this beautiful, the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles facing each other. It's almost like a little face-off here on top of the Grow Like a Plant card. Your biggest strengths involve the fact that you do not allow the material world to affect your inner peace. And that is a beautiful thing. You do not allow the physical nuances to disrupt the love in your heart, the love you have for any person, any animal, any plant, any system, anything. This is not naivety, this is strength. This is not anything other than the fact that you are very, very capable in the material realm. And nothing in the material realm shakes your unwavering heart, your heart of gold. You are also a wonderful friend, family member, neighbor. Wonderful, wonderful. The people in your life really, really love you. There are even people that you don't know that you exist, that appreciate that you are there. Some of you are parts of different communities, like maybe a yoga studio or a park cleanup, or maybe you just frequent the same areas and you're smiling. You've always got a nice little vibe going. There are people, strangers, that you haven't even met that have overheard the love in your heart, some of the conversations that you've had. And they walk away with a changed heart. And that's not your intention. Your intention is simply to love. And the impact of that is beautiful. Group number one. Because of your internal beauty. Now, it's showing up here, so I've got to tell you. One of your big strengths here is also your external beauty. Your material, physical, aesthetic appearance. It's very beautiful. And this is a strength of yours. This is definitely the kind of beauty that, well, perhaps it might have been gifted to you by your genetics. It might have been something that you've been able to be in abundance and acquire through an investment of time or finances or self-love. However, the overwhelming energy here is that it doesn't matter how many eyes or ears or noses you have, group number one, you're beautiful inside. Therefore, you are beautiful outside. And that is not always a two-way street. And this is one of your strengths. This might have something to do with your physical aura, the energy that you exude, the way that you navigate just living life, the love in your eyes, the love in your heart, the purity of your soul, the genuinity, the trust. And it makes you beautiful, inside and out. And again, group one, the way that the world responds to this is its own. But the way that your internal beauty is unwavering also makes your external beauty equally as unwavering. It is a reflection of you, and often this allows others to see reflections of themselves in you. Surely you've heard the phrase, group number one can only see others as clearly as they can see themselves. Group number one, you act sometimes as a reality check. When people have, let's say, maybe a negative narrative in their mind, when they see you, or they're around you, or they're in your energy, or they are being held by the love and the nurturing and the caring that is your energy, they have a really beautiful internal narrative. And whether it's directed at you, or the day that they're having, or the way that they're feeling, you have a strength that is a part of this, that you personally hand deliver everyone that crosses your path a little dose of sunshine. And it's beautiful. And it sometimes shows people that maybe it's a glimmer on a really dark day, but even the darkest day can have a glimmer. It shows people that people can be as happy as they can possibly be in their own mind, but still, there are still beautiful things to see and experience in this world. No matter what it is, no matter where they are, no matter what kind of day or life or internal narrative they're having, you provide this love, this unwavering and unconditional love that is truly a reflection of the divine. And it is because you have, for lack of a better term, conquered your inner world. You have cleansed and cleared. You have decorated. You have explored. You have ascended. You have transcended your inner world. And because of this, you've got this holistic view, this view of everything as a whole. You make everyone feel around you that they are in the right place at the right time, as if there was ever a doubt. And you also remind them that just as you have so much faith, whether it's in the universe or in yourself or even in those that you come across, you also show them that there is a faith that they can have also. And whether they place it in you, or they place it in themselves, or they place it in something bigger than themselves, or they place it in a different trusted confidant, you remind people that somehow, if it's not okay, it's not the end. They are never alone. There's always a new day where the sun's going to come out. And with this Six of Swords here, I think it's very interesting and beautiful kind of flavor to add into this reading. You remind people that they might feel a little lost at sea for a while. And when you are around, you make them feel as though they have found, finally, land. You feel like a great big hug, like a great big expansion of consciousness. But it's not abrasive, it's not aggressive, it is gentle. It is loving, it is pure, it is nurturing. The way that you navigate this world is beautiful. Who you are inside is beautiful. The way that your soul manifests through your physical body is beautiful. And physically, aesthetically, you're beautiful. However, your greatest strength, group number one, is your consciousness. It is your macrocosm, your connection to all that is greater than what is in front of the eyes. And also the acknowledgement and the love that we're just seeing things a little funny. That is also still exactly what is right in front of our face. You allow yourself to enjoy the entertainment of the human experience, and you remind others to do the same. And it's all love. It is all peace. It is unwavering, unmovable, unshakable. And group 1, it's contagious. And that is all about your biggest strengths. Group 1, this concludes your reading. I'm grateful to have shared this space with you today. Your energy is absolutely amazing. Thank you for being here. I would appreciate it if you liked, commented, and subscribed to my channel if you're not already. If this reading resonated with you, drop a little rainbow emoji in the comments below. If you are interested in a personalized session with me, I've got those on my spiritual store. You can find all of my info in the description box below, so if you're looking for anything, it's probably in there, and if it's not, it will be. So thank you for being here. Feel free to check out another pile, another reading, come find me on another platform, shoot me an email, send me a little astral hug, however it is that you're feeling today. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Hi there, group 2. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at your biggest strengths, and you selected the second group. Now let's take a look at the card that you selected. Exploring patience. Wow. Group number 2. Clearly you are a very patient person, and I'm also picking up on the energy that you might not give yourself enough credit for how patient you are. You are in things for the long run. You might follow a philosophy such as slow and steady wins the race. You might be into doing the things that you love because you love them, not because of the results. This is kind of giving the energy that you love for the sake of loving. You give for the sake of giving. You work for the sake of working. You don't necessarily do things with ulterior motives. You don't do things in order to obtain a particular result. And that doesn't mean that you don't get to where you're going. You actually do. But usually where you end up ends up bigger and brighter because you have this patience. It's really beautiful. Another thing that's coming through, group number 2, is you are an amazing listener. You really are. You make everyone feel seen and feel heard. The people in your life, the people that you come across in passing, maybe even birds if you take time to listen to their songs, flowers if you take the time to smell them. You really draw this energy of presence and loving awareness into just the world around you as you navigate your regular everyday life in ways that are so normal to you that you might not even be 100% aware of the true depth of your awesomeness, your patience, your beauty. Now, of course, this doesn't come without its, trials and tribulations, being so patient. This does mean that you've, needed to be patient in different areas, but what you might not see is things that create a positive ripple effect around you. For example, if you are really, really patient with children or someone who maybe is a little bit chaotic or angry, if you are patient with animals or with people, you find that it kind of puts you in a higher standing. But again, that's not your intention. It is because you hold this kindness that creates space for others to feel like they can be themselves, their authentic, beautiful selves. You hold space for this, and it's really beautiful. Now, we do see, of course, with the patience here, I can't ignore the word exploring. It's coming out with its own energy here. It's kind of energetically highlighting itself for me to read, which lets me know that you do like to learn as well. One of your biggest strengths, group number 2, is how worldly you are. You might speak several languages. You might have traveled the world. And even if that's not the case, you are very open. You're very accepting. You're open-minded. You love all. You have an all are welcome policy in your energy field. There are no stipulations to that. It's not all are welcome except for you and you and you. It's genuinely, you hold this perspective where all are welcome. And with that, it might be because you like to travel. It might be that you have a lot of friends from different places, different cultures, different religions, different upbringings, different, socioeconomic backgrounds. I don't know. But also your dedication to loving people, to loving animals, your dedication to making sure that you maybe observe something that you never saw before on your walks around the block. your dedication to stopping and smelling flowers, your dedication to your patience, your dedication to your path, your soul's path, your life path as well, especially as it might be one that requires a bit of patience from you. You are aware that you are called oftentimes intuitively to move in a slower, more accurate, more precise way, rather than kind of just putting the pedal to the metal and gunning it and just kind of letting whatever happens. There's a little more intention to you, and that is your biggest strength. So let's take a look at now the mini oracle here, and let's see angels, spirits, guides, ancestors of group number 2, higher self of group number 2. What is group 2's biggest strengths? Tell us about group number 2's biggest strengths here. Energization. Okay, I'm getting that you light up a room. You absolutely light up a room when you walk in. You also bring this energy. It's about your energetic field, this one. This is about your aura. But it is because of the vibrations that you choose to hold. It is because of the vibration of, the way that you pick out your shirt in the morning. It's because of the vibration of the fact that you stop and smell flowers. It's the vibration that's in your energy field because of what it includes. It includes patience. It includes clarity. It includes health, exercise, movement, breath work, meditation, gratitude. The energy that you give off, it's absolutely stunning, group number 2, and this is your biggest strength. Now, the reason why your vibration is what it is because it's a collection of all of the things that you do, you think, you are, you embody, you explore. And so, because of that, it is so extraordinarily unique because it is a blueprint that only exists within you. Group 2, your biggest strengths also involve the fact that you let yourself rest when you need to rest. You show up when you need to show up. Between the patience and the energization, there is this beautiful dynamic here where you rest when you need to rest. You move when you need to move. You breathe when you need to breathe. Like, you take very good care of yourself. You learn when you need to learn. You grow when you need to grow. And you hold patience for yourself and for others. And I'm also getting this really strong energy of forgiveness as well. It seems as though you are really good, or you've gotten really good at self-love, at forgiving yourself, at forgiving others maybe, and just holding the space of an observer, a witness, non-judgmental. It's really beautiful. One of the strengths here that comes out through this energy is also holding space for others to do what they need to do, right? In this, it might be that, if you feel as though maybe you really want to hang out with somebody, right? But maybe they just need time, space, energy, especially those of us who are spiritual or energetic. Sometimes we pick up on a lot of things. We're really focused on self-development and growth. So sometimes we just need to hermit for a while, right? And so you're able to understand and hold space when people, need a shoulder, when they need space. People move the way that they need to move, the way that they feel called to move, the way that they do move, and you hold non-judgment for this because you also are aware that everyone is on their own path. They're in their own direction. Everyone is just an individually unique, perfect snowflake of a blueprint as you are. And so you hold space, you hold patience for people to be who they are. And that also, again, creates this space where people feel really confident and really comfortable being themselves around you. Now, with the movement here, I'm also getting that one of your strengths might have to do with your physical body as well. You might be very strong. You might be really good at some sort of fitness. You might have a certification in something, or you've trained in something, or you just have a very high level of body awareness. Maybe you can tell when one of your chakras is out of balance. You might be able to tell when maybe your hip is a little tight because it's overcompensating for your back or your ankle or something like this. You might be able to also, I'm being shown like healing movement as well, whether that's a yoga flow, whether it's intuitive, whether it's shaking things out or tapping. There's also this mastery over the body that's coming through as well, that's showing up as a big strength of yours, group number 2. And I'm also getting that there's something connected to this that you are very, very grateful for. Like, it's a part of your path that you hold a lot of space and gratitude towards. And it's one that I just want to let you know, I see the energy here. that is re-energizing in your life as a common theme once more. So that energy wants to come through as well. So let's take a look at the tarot and see what your biggest strengths are. What are group number 2's biggest strengths here? You have a lot of ancient wisdom and knowledge that comes from you being able to hold this space. It allows you to see things objectively and truthfully because you're not holding bias, you're not holding judgment, you're not holding anything other than observation, patience, space, love, gratitude. And so it allows you to have extra wisdom. It allows you to hold maybe ancient knowledge, understand things that have been misunderstood, misconstrued, mistaught, misguided, or even lost. Because you do not put bias. Like, there's no confirmation bias in your energy field. It is open and it is receptive. With the 9 of Swords here, we see that this perhaps isn't always the way that you have been treated as you navigate your own life. And so it's important to you that you hold the space for others. Now, I'd like to offer a quick checkpoint here for you, Group 2. Just because you didn't have help you might have needed doesn't mean that you need to help everybody. However, if that's who you are and what you feel and that's part of your path and it lights you up, then it's a beautiful gift you have to offer the world. Now, group number 2. One of your greatest strengths is, again, this patience that you have for others. Even when you feel as though maybe people are misunderstanding you, if you feel as though people aren't seeing you clearly, if you feel as though people are consciously misconstruing you or they're overlooking you or they're treating you poorly, you still hold space and love for them because you understand that everyone is exactly where they need to be in their mind, their body, their spirit, their growth. And that involves reactions that are positive and negative. It involves responses that are accurate and inaccurate. And so with this, you understand what it's like to be in some way, shape, or form the, let's say, ostracized person or the ostracized group. You know what it's like maybe to have people gang up against you. Perhaps you know what it's like to live a difficult life. Perhaps you know what it's like to be confused and not know the path ahead. Whatever it is for you, this has allowed you to transmute this and now hold space for all beings. Because you see a bird with a broken wing and you're able to see yourself through this bird. You see a person who is uncomfortable with a life situation and they might react instead of respond. But you hold space for that, no judgment, because you've walked a similar path too. But you also observe, identify, and hold space for the fact that every individual is thoroughly unique. And because of that, you're able to say that you can see them and see yourself in them. However, you also see them as the individual that they are, instead of projecting your own stuff onto it. But from a space of compassion and empathy, you always hold this space. Sometimes it leads you towards energies and other times away. But for you, it's really this stillness. It's this stillness of heart. And it feels as though this inner peace, this stillness, this gratitude, this pure energy of yours, this love, this compassion, it is kind of your lighthouse as you navigate the world. And so there's also non-judgment pertaining to what it leads you towards and away from, because you follow that energy. And so if that energy leads you away from certain people or situations, so be it. If that energy leads you towards certain people and situations, so be it. There's non-judgment. There's no confirmation bias. There's no needing to figure it out or have all of the answers. And because of that, you have more information and more answers, but you don't hold judgment to them. You don't hold on to them in order to create or construct a story or a narrative or a bias. And you are just a light. When you walk in a room, you smile. Your energy, it's beautiful. The collection of all the vibrations of the things that you are, you do, you have, you hold, you've experienced, you explore. Not only is it unique because you're unique, but it's absolutely beautiful. Again, it's stunning. The word stunning keeps coming out for you, group number 2. And that means big, bright, beautiful, bold, amazing, like gorgeous. But stunning can also mean, when somebody gets stunned, it kind of has a little bit of a whiplash effect, or it can have a whiplash effect. And so this positive effect and this adverse effect, they are not anything other than the fact that that is one's external response and perhaps projection to inner peace, inner stillness, gratitude, full acceptance, non-judgment. When you don't judge someone and you allow yourself to be misunderstood and you navigate the world that way, that in and of itself creates its own experience that is just as dramatic and entertaining and up and down and all around as moving through life being the drama or the chaos oneself. However, you hold that pillar of light, and it also brings this ripple effect of peace around you everywhere you go as well. And it's that when it knocks over the dominoes, some people really want their dominoes to stay upright. They don't want them to get knocked over, but peace lies in letting them fall. The result of the action lies in letting them fall. And it's beautiful, it's amazing, and it must occur. And so, you kind of act as this beautiful energy of peace, patience, gratitude, compassion. It's really your strength here. And again, there's something about the way that you move in the world, whether it's with your physical body, whether it's with your financial decisions. We've got the Eight of Pentacles at the back of the deck here. Whether it is with your investments of your time, your energy, the people around you, they're very, very wise, and it's one of your greatest strengths. You know who to keep close. I'm hearing that phrase, keep your friends close and your enemies closer, but group 2, you do not see anybody as an enemy. You see all as friends, all as family. And you also navigate in a way where you end up with people around you that could be strategic if you moved that way. But you don't move that way. And that is what brings, again, more clarity, more accuracy, more precision, more abundance, more love around you. Let's see, what is group number 2's greatest strength? What are group number 2's greatest strengths? Okay, you do not wait for life to happen to you. Okay, you are a very strong manifester, whether or not you know this. You might have reached some hiccups along the road, but you're a very strong manifester. You also don't wait for life to happen to you. You are not in a victim mindset. This is something that's coming through very strongly. Okay, you don't wait for things to happen to you. You go out and you make them, happen. You don't wait for the perfect timing to start that business or share that bad news or have that difficult conversation or to start working out. You are very present and you're very aware that, well, if you're waiting for the right time, then there will never be such thing as the right time. And you don't see life as something that happens to you. You see life as something that you exist within, something that you embody, and it's different. Your greatest strength lies in your ability to be a good friend, a good family member, a good partner, a good parent, a good lover, a good person, a good coworker. And you're the kind of person, group number 2, where you are such a good, high quality person to have in other people's lives. Really, you are. That people might be a little bit like, okay, what do they want? When you come around, but it's not a reflection of you, of course, and you know this. But one of your biggest strengths is the fact that when you show up, things get cleaned up. You bring the abundance with you. You eat and people around you eat and everybody's eating and everyone has their fill and there's leftovers and you feed the community and then you donate the rest, and it's like this beautiful cycle of life that comes along with you. Group number 2, you might find that you have people that kind of either become maybe obsessed with you, or you might have a lot of followers on social media. You might find that just that you're very alluring. People like to be around you. They might like to follow you around because where you are is where the abundance is. It's where the life is. It's where the consciousness is. It's where the love is. And you also make people feel like they can be themselves. They know that wherever you are, they can be themselves. And that's not always the case for everyone in their own internal narrative in the world. So they know that wherever you are, that's where the truth is. That's where the patience is. That's where the gratitude is. That's where the love is. That's where the abundance is. And so you might have people maybe follow you around a little bit, right? Some because they just really love you. Some because they feel really good when they're around you. Some because they want what you got. Others because they're trying to take a page out of your book. But whatever reason it is, you likely find that a lot of people kind of follow your coattails around. Your biggest strengths, group number 2, it's actually your ability to make something from nothing. You look at a situation. We've got the Lovers at the back of the deck here. Beautiful. You choose the way that you interact with the world. You do not allow the world to choose who you are. You choose who you are. You do not allow the world to decide what it is you are going to thrive in. You choose to thrive in something. You see something that you can adjust, you can fix, you can grow. You put your mind to it, and then it manifests because you put your mind to it. You do not fall victim to some of the narratives that might easily knock others down. And that's not to say that it's bad or it's wrong. It's just saying that you have more patience. You have a really large capacity to get things done, to deal with things, to evolve. You have a lot of love. So there's a lot of space within your energy field for things to move. There's extra flexibility in your mind, in your heart, in your energy. You have more flexibility, which means that you've got greater movement. If you think of it like a body, which likely this is connecting as well, the more mobility you have, the more flexibility you have, and the more flexibility you have, the more mobility you have. It's like you have mind, body, spirit, this mobility and this flexibility that comes from the combination of being able to move, being flexible, and also strength. But it's not just a specific strength, like I can touch my toes, right? It's mobility. It's I can move my joint like 360 degrees, or my entire joint, it's equally flexible and equally strong all the way around. It's kind of giving calisthenics, where every single part of your body is just as strong as every other part of your body. Every part of your body could hypothetically hold every part of your body. It's giving this like equalized state. And that could be the case for some of you physically, but it's also mentally, it's also emotionally, it's also spiritually. You can, let's say, tackle the world. You can navigate the world. You can hold space for people. You can create something new. You can rest when you need it. And it comes from a space of spirituality, and it can hold all of those paradigms. Or if it comes from an intellectual or mental space, it can hold all of those paradigms. If it comes from an emotional space or space within your body, you can hold all of those paradigms within any single paradigm here. It's like all of your attributes of self are equally strong, and strong enough to hold, comprehend, and grow the others as well. It's really beautiful. All areas are just as strong as every other area. And you continue to choose to move forward and to grow at any given moment. And sometimes that looks like, let's just use, this is a phrase that I love to use, and it's kind of coming out as the energy. So self-love, sometimes it is discipline. It's having more discipline for yourself. It's, being a little stricter with yourself. Sometimes self-love, it's being easier on yourself. Sometimes it is loosening up a little bit. Like sometimes self-love is making sure that you are showing up to the gym. No matter what, bad day, good day, rainy day, sick, you go. Other times, self-love is not going to the gym, and it's staying in your bed, and it's eating a giant bowl of pasta, and it's saying, you know what, we'll get her next time. And so that dynamic, there's not a right or a wrong there. They're two polarities. They're two opposite sides of the same coin. But you apply it as it seems fit, and you hold space for that. And you continue to grow because you are not simply one form or the other. You are multidimensional. And because of this, you have patience to see and understand others. You have a very, very strong, I'm being shown the lower Dantian. So in common spiritual understanding, your lower three chakras are very, very strong and powerful, actually. I'm not saying that you are in your masculine energy. I'm not saying you're not in your masculine energy, but your lower three chakras, they are powerhouses, meaning that you navigate the world very well. You know maybe how to survive in any situation. And it's not just survival, it's thriving as well too. You might know how to build a fire. You might know how to strengthen. You might know how to heal. You might know how to build a shelter, or you might be good with finances, right? Also, your creative instincts are beautiful. You're very in touch with your emotions, healthily. And you're also very confident. You understand who you are, and you also understand that you are always still understanding more deeply who you are. And you dive first into that self-exploration in a way where you understand, yes, this is me. No, that is not me. Yes, this came from me. No, it didn't. That thought is mine. No, it's not. You are in mind-body. You're in mind-body coherence. You're in heart-mind coherence. You're in spirit, heart, mind, body coherence. And that group 2 is all about your greatest strengths. If you'd like a more descriptive and personalized reading, I do offer one-on-ones. You can find them in the link in the description box below. You can find them on my spiritual store. You can check out my website at Spiritualistik. You can find my crystals, candles, decks, journals, books, readings, Reiki, astrology, etc. all on Etsy at Spiritualistik. I did recently put a new merch drop this week, so I'm kind of excited about it. Feel free to go check it out if you feel called. And don't forget to follow along on my Patreon. I've got some new exciting things coming up over there very soon. And with that, I love you. I'm grateful for you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Group number 2, if you selected this group, please put a little prayer hands / high five emoji in the comments to let other group 2s know that you were here and you made it to the end. Also, I'm very, very grateful for you. If you like, comment, subscribe, share, it gives me a nice little hug and helps me follow my dreams. And it also helps other people find the messages that they need when it's time for them as well. So I love you. I'm grateful for you. All my info's in the description box. I cannot wait to see you next time, and namaste. Hi there, Group 3. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today, we are taking a look at your biggest strengths. And you selected the 3rd group. Let's see what card you selected. Psychometry and Clair abilities. Group number 3. This is my spiritual abilities psychic powerhouse group for sure. Group number 3, your ability to sense and also interpret and read energy accurately is one of your greatest strengths. This is amazing. What I'm really getting here, group number 3, is that you are not to be overlooked in this area, primarily because it is possible that a lot will feel energy. We all subconsciously, at the very least, subtly pick up on energy, whether or not we're conscious of it, right? But group 3, your biggest strength here is not only your access to your different spiritual and psychic gifts and abilities, it is also how you use them and your ability to interpret them accurately. It is so common, group number 3, for even on accident, with pure intentions, with low impact, sometimes information going through the wash a little bit. If I tell you about my day, it still filters through your perspective, right? If someone picks up energy of someone else, it goes through the perspective of that individual's experience, right? Group number 3, you are a clear and open channel, which means the information that you pick up on spiritually or in the psychic realms does not go through the wash. It is accurate, it is precise, and it is also the way that you use them that is your greatest strength as well. Your intuition, not just your intuition, what it tells you, but the way that you follow your intuition in applying these gifts to your life and the world is also your greatest strength. You might be connecting with some gifts that you have or trying something new that might be in the realm of spirituality in some way, shape, or form. And as you do, you are aware that you can spread your gifts, let's say the results of these gifts, the inner peace, the knowing, the confidence, the connection, the beauty, the love, the gratitude, the oneness, the connection with the divine, the achieving of your dreams, all of these beautiful results that come from this, you are able to share those with the world, not just through your experience of them and embodiment of them, but also your ability to bring that peace, to bring that gratitude, to bring that clarity into the situations in your life as well. Now, sometimes we can, for lack of a better term, we can sometimes airdrop our spiritual gifts to other people, right? When we're in the same room as somebody else and maybe they are empathic or their energy is, attuned a certain way. I know I have, for sure. But you awaken so much more than this around you. But your spiritual gift is your own inner clarity. It is your expression and your exploration of your own inner worlds. And also knowing your truest self, diving deep through the layers of your consciousness, through your physical body, through your energy body, through your mental and emotional bodies, through your wisdom body, and through your pure consciousness, your true essence of self, your life force energy, pure wholeness, oneness, consciousness is source, God, universe, however it is that you deliberate with that with yourself in your own authentic, genuine journey. Now, group number 3, your ability to self-reflect is your greatest gift. Your ability to do the inner work on yourself is your greatest gift. And I know that here we have the energy of the spiritual gifts and abilities and all the fun stuff that you can do, right? It might be fun, it might not be fun. This expansion, all the beautiful results that come from this expansion, come from these spiritual gifts and abilities. However, if we really pull back the layers here, what we see is a human, a soul, a mind, an energy body, emotional body. We see this whole multidimensional complex being who does the work, and the results show for themselves. Group number 3, part of your greatest strengths are that you love yourself and all unconditionally. Therefore, you are effortlessly blessed and abundant. You love, you are grateful. This means that more often than not, your thoughts are positive. You're in knowing that you are divine, you are intuitive, you are expressive, you are giving, receiving, grateful, confident, sensual, emotional, stable, secure, physical, safe, right? Your thoughts and actions are aligned with your highest potential. They're aligned with pure bliss consciousness. Everything is serving your best intent because you also serve the best intent of all. And so yes, your greatest strength in your physical body, with your human life, in your spirit, in your energy, it is your astounding spiritual gifts and abilities. But group number 3, let's not pretend that that is all that there is to the story. Because I see you. Group 3, you are worthy, you're abundant, you're grateful, you're divine. You are one with the divine, you are one with all. You do the work within. And you also are aware of energy work in some way. Now, I want to leave this open to all of the gifts and abilities, but I'm really, really strongly feeling the air element here, like air and spirit, giving vata dosha for those of you who study that flavor of spirituality. For those who don't, that's okay too. But what is here is this almost transmutation energy, not through light necessarily, but it's air, it's fluffy, it's light. So it's taking density and making it light. Maybe taking darkness and making it light, like, when we imagine golden light or visible light or crystal light or whatever it is. But part of this strength of yours is your capacity to see densely packed energy, particles of energy, and lighten them up. You find something that's seemingly weighed down by gravity, and you remind it that it's weightless. You find a person that is in the gravity of their mind or of their emotional body, or really in their physical body, just zeroed in on this physical life, and wherever it is, you give them a space to lift out of it into a lighter space. This is life force energy. It's chi, it's prana, it's source. It's beautiful. Let's get into the mini oracle here, and let's get some more information. Spirit, what is group number 3's biggest strengths? Tell us about group number 3's strengths. The Merkaba here is very much standing out to me, more than usual. Okay, we've got trust. Your trust in the universe, in yourself, and in all situations within and around you to be serving the highest interest of you and all others. That is a powerhouse energy. Heavy on the trust in yourself, too. Follow the plan. You follow your intuition before it makes sense. You trust in miracles, if that is the word that you choose to describe that energy with. If not, that's okay too. I'm a personal believer that magic absolutely exists, but also my personal definition of magic is maybe something that we just can't explain at this point in time. So we're open there as well. You have trust. A miracle awaits. It's time to receive an abundance. Group number 3, you are the embodiment of abundance. Now, I'm really being drawn to this energy, the energy of what abundance is. Now, it is not money or houses or cars or aesthetics, but it doesn't negate or dismiss those things either. Rather, the pure energy of abundance is omnipresent throughout the universe. There's always an abundance, but an abundance of what? Group number 3, it's an abundance of spirit, an abundance of life force energy, an abundance of positivity, of optimism, of movement, of transmutation, of energy work, of spiritual gifts and abilities. An abundance of trust, an abundance of miracles. I'm getting wherever group 3 is, miracles follow. You also have, I'm hearing the Midas touch, and I don't really channel that phrase very often. I have a few times before, so if you've heard that out of my mouth before, that's definitely a sign. I'm really just getting this strong golden, sparkly energy for you. It's giving Midas touch. It's giving life force energy, chi, prana, golden light, golden nectar, liquid light, source, energy transmutation. It's giving golden, sparkly light. And this is your greatest strength. And group number 3, let's take a moment to acknowledge the fact that your greatest strength, it is so highly divine and spiritual and omnipresent in nature that there really are no words for it. It is an energy, it is a vibe, it is a consciousness, it is a feeling, it's an expression of self, it's an essence, it's your soul essence. It is abundance. Now with this It's Time to Receive card, I'd like to acknowledge the fact that this fell beneath the throat and pineal chakras here, so the channel between the throat and third eye chakras. Now, this is also where the medulla oblongata is on the body, and this is where we can channel pure source consciousness from. This lets me know that your greatest strength is your connection, your ability to receive divine wisdom. You might also have the gift of divine discernment. And also with this, we'll acknowledge as well the throat chakra. Receiving in the throat chakra, you're an amazing listener. You also hear things accurately. Do you remember this energy in the beginning of things sometimes going through the wash, right? When we translate them from energy to thoughts, from thoughts to human words, from my mouth to someone else's ears, right? Here, we have clear listening. You hear the truth. You always hear the truth. Whatever words are used, whatever roundabout physical words that might just beat around the bush of a particular energy, you hear the truth. You see the truth. You perceive the truth. And you're a wonderful listener. You make people feel seen and heard yourself. And it is because others can only see someone as deeply, as clearly as they can see themselves. In group number 3, you are in touch with your purest, truest self. Your purest, truest essence of consciousness, of spirit, of light. And also you follow your intuition here. I'm also picking up here, group number 3, that you are an amazing artist. Did you know that this is one of your greatest strengths? I bet that you do, but it might not be the powerhouse that you are known for, or that you're comfortable maybe navigating your world with all of the time. Whatever art form you pick up, group number 3, whether there's one that's your comfort medium or 1 or 50 that you just like to dabble with, you are amazingly, exceptionally gifted at art, group number 3. I'm also getting that anything that you try, specifically things that have to do with expression, spirituality, and yes, art, you succeed at. You are the kind of person who has not beginner's luck, but a natural knack for things in general. It is because of this lightness, because of this energy that you bring around. If you remember group number 3, earlier in the reading, we talked about this density of energy that you can lighten up, which means that where something is hard or difficult, you're able to bring space there. Any combination of energies or particles grouped together, you can come in and breathe space into it. Breathe space into the body, into the mind, into the soul, into the heart. And so, you might find that you naturally find ease, well, not to compare, but perhaps easier than average, easier than those around you. And I'm not saying that you've had it easy, right? Because we're looking at someone who's done the work here. Mind, body, spirit, totally different realms of experience. But we are seeing here that you look at things perhaps through a spiritual lens, a psychic lens, an energetic lens, all of the above, a quantum lens, something in that vicinity of energies. And the way that you keep yourself tied to spirit and detached from all else gives you this accurate, precise, clear vision, knowing of how to move forward through things. And also this manifests in your physical action as well, because your will directs precisely too, because the information you receive, the clarity you have, it is also coming through clearly and precisely. Therefore, your actions, they are also precise. Therefore, you are more likely to pick up the bow and arrow and strike a bullseye or closer to the bullseye, because your energetic impact is precise. And is there a learning curve? Is there a mental aspect, an emotional aspect, a physical aspect? Of course there is. But your direction of energy, mind, body, spirit, your direction of will, mind, body, spirit, your direction of flow and of ease and of abundance is precise. Creating ease and almost this fluffy energy, extra space, extra time. You might have a lot of layers to your day, a lot of experiences in life. You might have felt like you've lived 1,000 lifetimes just in this one. You might live 10 days just in every day or in some days. You might have the entire encyclopedia of spiritual gifts, discovered and undiscovered, infinitely expanding as well. This is an amazing strength of yours. And now we're drawing awareness here to the heart chakra and the A Miracle Awaits card. Group 3, your gratitude. Your gratitude is miraculous in essence. Your connection to the unmanifested allows beautiful things to manifest through you, by you, for you, to you, around you. Your ability to stay detached from the manifest and be anchored in the unmanifest, it allows for this infinite expansion and, for lack of a better term, the definition of the word miracle. You are in this spiritual essence that is true spirit. True spirit is. It is not the spiritual and psychic gifts and abilities. It is not the gifts. It does not diminish the gifts. It does not come without the gifts. But your ability to precisely embody this energy and precisely direct it into the world has to do with the fact that to you, you don't focus on the gifts. You focus on the consciousness. You focus on the unmanifest. You do not get swept away by spiritual visions and beautiful, amazing experiences. Although you are not devoid of them either. There is certainly no lack. There is an abundance of spiritual experiences. Everything in your life is spiritual. One of your greatest strengths is your ability to self-regulate as well. Mind, body, spirit, consciousness. And so, because of this, you are always receiving what you need, because you are always a few steps ahead. There's definitely this quantum energy here. I'm hearing QHHT, so some of you might be QHHT practitioners or be interested in that. Some of you might be hypnotists or something along these lines, or you might just be interested in it. Perhaps you practice it on yourself, do some past life regression, Akashic Records reading, etc. Your greatest strength is the fact that you continue to try. You may have seen everything 50 times over, yet still you'll take one more glance. You might have all of the clarity that you need in the world, yet still you will, let's say, polish your kaleidoscope. Make sure that it's nice and clean, no dust. Your connection to Source is very intertwined. It is very omnipresent, yet you still take the time to make sure you connect. Group number 3, in a spiritual sense, without neglecting other aspects, your greatest strength here is your integrity, but your integrity in a physical way as well as your integrity in a spiritual way. Group number 3, you are very intelligent, going back around to the air element. You are a clear, concise communicator. I'm hearing high IQ as well. You're very connected with nature. And you're also aware. You are also aware that the things in your life were divinely brought there. You are aware of what needs to be awakened and what needs to be put to bed. You are aware. You are aware of the truth. At any given moment, no matter what it is that you see or you hear, you see and understand the truth behind it. And where you go, miracles follow. What you are is the nature of abundance. Let's get into the tarot, group number 3, and let's see what else are your greatest strengths. We're not surprised to have the High Priestess here at the back of the deck, so let's see, what are the greatest strengths for group number 3? Tell us about group number 3's greatest strengths. I'm noticing here that my grip on the cards, in this energy, I have a very loose grip, and that is a message that wanted to come through. You've got, let's say, a loose grip, right? So not in a get a grip, have a tight grip on yourself kind of way, in a loose grip, like you allow things to flow. You allow things to be as they are. You are simply in observation, in awareness, in love, and truth. Okay, so let's see. Directing this energy, tell us about group number 3's biggest strengths. Okay. Yeah, she came out twice here, for those of you who peeped that. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. You're very abundant. You're a very gifted and powerful manifester. You're also very, I'm hearing reserved with what it is that you manifest. Not because you can't or wouldn't manifest more, but because I'm hearing want to make sure there's enough for everyone. It's almost giving the energy that you would rather focus on a few things at a time in quality, rather than focus on a lot of things at a time in quantity. Queen of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups lets me know that you're very good at getting things done. When you say you're going to do something, you do. You complete things, you cross your T's, you dot your I's. Queen of Cups also. You're very beautiful, compassionate, empathetic, attractive, alluring, very nurturing. We're getting a maternal energy. Now, Queen of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups, it's kind of giving a Mother Earth energy, that nurturing energy. You kind of give off a similar energy to this. Page of Swords here. This talks about, of course, learning, seeing, maybe social media, conversations. You are a learner. You are a lifelong learner. This is one of your greatest gifts. And the Three of Wands. Now, it seems as though you continue to trust that what is for you will continue to come into your life, and you continue to learn. You are devoted to continue to learning why each thing is in your life without being so attached to the information or the lesson itself. So that's a very beautiful balance that we're seeing here. I'm hearing open for interpretation. Eight of Pentacles, is this reversed? Okay, I'm hearing no, so we'll put it upright, but under the Abundance card. So let's see. We have an 11 here that's making itself known. So we do have realization, self-realization here, humanitarianism. You are so connected with your individual nature, your abundance. You're also aware, just as you navigate the world in your spirituality, that your spiritual gifts are yours alone. Your physical path is yours alone. It doesn't mean it's not going to sometimes be parallel or perhaps congruent or similar to those around you, but you are also aware that you have something very special and unique here to offer the world. You're also aware that your self-realization is connected with your ability to be on your soul's mission, on your soul's path, on your life path, however it is that you understand that energy for your own personal path and experience. Your uniqueness and your continuance of learning who you are as a human, as a mind, as an observer of your mind, as your emotions, as the observer of your emotions, as your consciousness, as your oneness of source, in all of the different angles that one could approach the idea of you, right? The more deeply that you consider yourself, the more deeply that you love yourself, the more deeply that you self-realize, you realize who you truly are. Spirit, consciousness, source, incarnate, beautiful, yes, divine. The more you are also doing a service to the world around you, because you are aware that your individuality is what allows for this clarity to come through. And so noticing here this really light, fluffy, beautiful energy with the abundance, this really fast vibrating energy, or high vibrating, if you will, energy with the receiving, the abundance, trusting that things are coming towards you, and the Eight of Pentacles, of course, receiving a beautiful harvest. There is, however, just a little bit of density, not in a bad way, just in comparison to the other energy, around this Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups energy here. So we had the High Priestess coming out first, right? Group number 3. So this kind of lets me know here that at this moment, or recently, or maybe just in this lifetime in general, there's kind of a focus on the material and the emotional aspect. You might notice some of these elements in your astrological chart. You might notice that these are some things that you kind of are really working on. Maybe it has to do with just in the life of, in general, with relationships, with finances, with stability, with abundance, with love, things like this, right? Maybe beauty, some things like this. Material aspects, aesthetic things. You might find that this is something that you have been growing through or working on. Now, let us draw a card for the evolution of this energy that wants to come through. This is actually one of your strengths. It is the journey walking through this and realizing the self through this avenue and following the plan here and trusting in it. That is actually also one of your greatest strengths. It is that journey in and of itself. Let's see why. 3 of Cups. Because you are not just doing this for you. And you could. And you don't have to do it for others, but you do. You're not just doing this for you, because people also observe. They also observe you. And you learn to celebrate life. You learn to enjoy life. You learn to indulge without being overindulgent, right? Not in the negative attribute of it, but in the positive attribute of it. You learn to enjoy, to indulge, to experience the entertainment without being attached to it. You get to experience beautiful people, places, things, food, abundance, luxury, while being in this consciousness. You get to know yourself even more, what it is that makes you beautiful, not just spiritually, but yes, also aesthetically, because that is also part of who you are. And so this journey walking through here is also one of your greatest strengths, because it brings in some way, shape, or form a sense of community. Now, group number 3, there is this acquisition of material abundance in some way, shape, or form. It can be property, it can be money, it can be things, it can be stuff, it can be gifts, whatever it is, material of acquisition of material that is coming through. And the thing is, you are acquiring enough to share. You are acquiring enough to share. And the realization of this, group number 3, is something that you're going to be asked to kind of simply put a pin in or acknowledge. Not put a pin in like save it for later, but just kind of put it in your pocket, knowing that you want to keep going back to that, gently drawing your awareness to it. Trusting that the universe is giving you enough, not only for you, but for a whole community. Whether it's you and your family, you and your friends, you and your community, you and an organization. This sense of community here that gets to be pretty. It gets to be thoughtful, entertaining. It gets to teach. It gets to be something that you learn over time, something that you observe and is observed. It's something that is a miracle to the world. You know what you feel called to do in this world. And so trust that you are being called to receive enough, not only for you, but for others. And so it's going to be important that you acknowledge here that you can experience and indulge in gently, healthily, safely in the positive attributes of said energy in this life, in all things that are maybe physical, emotional, aesthetic, right? And it is actually your bringing of your energy, your consciousness, your spiritual gifts, all of this beautiful energy that we've been just gushing over for you, group 3, because your energy is amazing, beautiful, beautiful. Walking that energy through this path, through this physical reality, through this journey that you are on or have been on, it is learning by example. You are leading by example because, and I see it, maybe sometimes we forget it, but I'm going to bring it up here. Whatever this is that you are bringing this consciousness energy through and walking around with this journey here, you're already a master of whatever this is, and you know it too. You know it too. And so there is this shining, this embodiment, this coexistence, this different things can coexist at the same time. Yes and no and maybe can coexist in the same space. And you already know this. This is not anything that is new to you. But it is your ability to follow and trust the plan as you walk through this energy anyway, almost for the formality of it, almost for the entertainment of it, is one of your greatest strengths. Because you stick to the plan. You are bringing consciousness, energy, miracles, Midas touch, light, spiritual abilities, clarity, love, gratitude, consciousness, all of these beautiful things into the world around you. And as you receive, it leads by example, showing others that they can receive too. They can receive from you, they can receive through you, they can receive like you. And so, your journey to abundance, we've spoken about your soul essence, your connection of your mind, your body, your spirit, the way you navigate the world. It's beautiful. However, also, not to be overlooked, your journey to abundance is one of your greatest strengths. And you are already in abundance. You already are the essence of abundance. It is the physical, the emotional, it is those very nuanced expressions of such. You walking through it in some sort of community or group setting or celebration or indulgence or whatever it is here. It's 3 of Cups energy, so you'll see what that is. But with the Sun, it's positive, it's healthy, it gives life, it's passionate, right? You're simple walking through this path, and the path might not be simple, but the simple fact that you are walking through it is also one of your greatest strengths. Again, not to be overlooked. Group 3, I see you. You are a master of the material, and you are a master of the spiritual. And oftentimes these two things don't always have a comfortable way to coexist in one space. Group number 3, your embodiment of such. You, having mastered the material and the spiritual, and still engaging with both wholeheartedly, earnestly, genuinely, lovingly, trustingly, abundantly, in integrity, it's your greatest strength. Not only because it requires strength, but because, just like the energy that came out earlier, no matter which area of life, whether it's mind, body, spirit, consciousness, wisdom, intuition, you name it, you already have the tools in the wheelhouse in order to perfect it. You can take a material approach or a spiritual approach. However you choose to embody your spirituality, your psychometry, your clair abilities, your consciousness, that is your chosen soul's expression through this material realm. But that doesn't also mean that it doesn't work inside out too. Your transcendence of this dualistic paradigm that we exist in is one of your greatest strengths. Your connection to the divine, your trust in yourself, in the process, in those around you, in things that might be unseen, and also your precision and your clarity, your connection with truth. It is nothing short of miraculous. Group number 3, that is your message about your greatest strengths. I hope this helped shed love, light, and clarity for you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. If you're interested in exclusive content, you can find my Inner Circle channel here on YouTube, where I do a lot of channeling. You can find my Patreon, where I post a lot of exclusive content over there as well. You can also follow along on TikTok. I have a public and a subscription page over there. We do collective readings over there. Sometimes we go live. It's a lot of fun. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, check out some of my other projects, stuff I've got going on, write me a little letter. You can find all of that information in the description box. I love you. I'm grateful for you. If you made it to the end of this reading, if you wouldn't mind, drop a little pink sparkly heart in the comments to let others know that you are group 3 energy. If you like and subscribe to my channel, maybe share the video. It helps me out a lot. It gives me a nice little hug, and also helps other people find the readings that are meant for them when they are in that energy. So, thank you. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.